Hello YouTube, it is Atticus. I am recasting this game because I did not have my microphone in. I am back with you with a new DLC game, guys. The day is here, the new DLC matches are here, and I'm excited to bring you guys a really good game. So this is against MGL Amber, Mistress Amber. I know she was just on the last video that I played, but yeah, this was a really good game. And how often do you get to play with somebody who's like rank 5 on ladder? I figure, you know, the better person you fight against, the better opponent that you end up, or a better player you end up becoming. So yeah, we played 2 games. I won one, she won. I won't spoil who did, but who won which, but this was one of them. So the deal was that one of us would play the DLC races and the other one would play any other race. So it wasn't just rats versus, you know, lizards. We wanted to try to switch it up. So this is a really good one. Let's go ahead and just jump into the build, guys, and I'll kind of explain to you what I brought here. So for my lord, I brought Tyrion, and I do have access to his fire ability, the one that does like that cone of fire, and that's going to come in a lot of handy, especially when there's big globs of rats. Now, I brought Tyrion just because with all the new DLC units that the lizardmen have, I don't want to be getting sniped on a dragon or anything like that. I want somebody who has healing, I want somebody who has a small hit profile, and somebody who could, you know, stomp on rats. So Tyrion is the obvious choice. You can see that protecting him, I do have the White Lions, the Puremain Company, so yeah, I wanted that Guardian ability. These guys will be really good against storm vermin, and yeah, you see I have them in the trees right here to try to protect them from the artillery. I also have my army split in 2 in this strike force right here. We have 2 spearmen, silver chevron, so I just want these guys to hold. We're going to try to match them for the numbers. And then in my second army group 2 here, I have the Scions of Mathlon to get their damage resistant aura, and 2 other spear units, and you notice every single one has silver chevrons. Also, you guys, we have a Frostheart Phoenix. So yeah, recently in this patch that came out today, the Frostheart Phoenix got some new buffs, so it does a lot more armor piercing damage, guys. It's a lot more powerful. It also debuffs your opponent's armor piercing damage potential, and also obviously debuffs speed as well. But yeah, I mean, it makes your opponent just a lot more weaker. It's going to be a lot harder to get through my armor, so yeah, I'll take it. Here in Deep Vanguard, and the real surprise pick, you can see I have 2 Illyrian Reavers, and what's really cool about this, guys, is on this map, look, the hill right here blocks it. So you put these guys here in Deep Vanguard, and your opponent won't, you know, if they look on their mini-map and say, oh, I don't see anything red behind me, you know, that makes them lower their guard. And these guys are going to be invaluable for trying to shut down these 2 artillery pieces. Also, guys, here in Deep Vanguard, I have a unit of Shadow Warriors. So I got these guys originally because I wanted a counter to Rat Ogres. And yeah, these guys are it. They can actually just shred through Rat Ogres. They fire while moving. And yeah, they'll come in handy. Also, a Chariot. If you guys watch any of my Dark Elf games, you know how much I like the missile chariots. So yeah, I'm going to be shooting missiles. They have magic damage. And look at that damage, guys. 124 is nothing to scoff at. And obviously, when there's an opening, I'm going to come in for the charge. And last but not least, guys, we have some Silver Helms with shields. So these guys, I'm going to need to stay alive and just cycle charge and try to keep them from getting melted by this artillery. So that's my build. We're trying to use the map to our advantage by, you know, vanguarding, hidden, using the trees, and yeah, we're going to try to match the new Skaven units. So for MGL here, for her lord choice, she did bring Iket Claw. So up on a Doom Wheel, guys. So that is really cool. Obviously going to have a lot of Warp Lightning, going to have really good charge bonus. Let's go ahead and look at that charge bonus on these things. 50, so yeah, but this thing's really meant to be stayed in combat as well. I mean, it has anti-infantry, so you can either charge it or leave it in combat. She's not going to have access to, you know, summoning rats and things like that, so, you know, thankfully what she has is what she has, so she has to make it, you know, work with it. But Balance of Power is right in the middle, guys, so it really can go anybody's way. For her infantry corps, she has a mixture of Skaven slaves. We got clan rats with shields. It looks like a bunch of Skaven slaves. We also have a unit of Doomflayers, guys. She actually has 2 of them. So, yeah, these guys are the new anti-infantry, you know, Doom Wheels. These guys are armor-piercing, anti-infantry, and they're also count as large models. So if you have, you know, anti-large, these guys will take extra damage from it. She does have 2 units of those, but yeah, these are not the Regiment of Renown ones. These are just the normal ones. Also, secondary line, we have Storm Vermin, Sword and Shield. It's a really good pick. These guys will just shred through Spearmen. Also, we got some more Clan Rats. We have some Rat Ogres on the field here, guys. So yeah, these guys are always a really good pick. And then 2 units of Warp Lightning Cannons, and these are just the regular ones. And these guys are going to shred through my Frostheart Phoenix if I'm not careful, and my Silver Helm. So it's really important that I try to get this Deep Vanguard right here to shut these guys down, or I'm not going to stand a chance. And last but not least, guys, we just have some more Clan Rats. So really huge army. So right off the bat, as Bruce Wayne said to Robin once, Batman said to Robin once, we're going to have to start the match here. You can see that, yeah, guys, my Shadow Warriors are going to start getting a few pop shots onto these Doom Flayers. Probably not the best, usage of them, but I was just kind of trying to feel out, see, what I could shoot. MGL is going to respond in kind by the Warp Lightning Cannon. Is going to come in here. Thankfully, it's not going to do much damage to my troops until... oh, I jinxed it. Up until that shot. It's going to kill a few models. Over here, the Natty... Oh, I forgot to mention, she does have the Natty Boo Ball shooter. So these guys are really powerful. They're Regiment Renowned one, and they'll be a really good answer to Tyrion if I'm not careful. You can see that they are shooting into my Spearmen, and even with their silver shields, guys, I mean, just look how quickly it's just dropping models. So that is really powerful. That's just so crazy. We are going to start coming out of the woods here, guys. We're going to try to get our forces... they start advancing, and you can see I do sneakily. I'm sending my Artillery Reavers here into the back. I'm going to try to get into these artillery pieces, and that could really be game-changing for me. You can see that I'm going to use the Frostheart Phoenix and Tyrion to try to shut down these Doom Flayers. I don't want these guys rampaging through my lines, and she is wisely going to be able to pull them away, but our front lines are going to start to collide here, guys. But these are just Skaven slaves. All they're doing is just trying to muck up my troops and just buy time for her range units to start hitting me in the back. And look how quickly Iket Claw is going to shatter this unit of Spearmen with artillery hitting him and things like that. Iket Claw's going to get a nice, lightning storm right into the back of my Pure Main Company, and it's going to do a lot of damage, guys. I'm going to get a Flame Storm here into the back of these Skaven slaves. That's Tyrion's spell, and it's going to do a little bit of damage. It's probably not the best uses of it, but I get a much better casting of it later on. You can see that Tyrion is fighting amongst these Doom Flayers, but I'm kind of out of position. These Red Ogres could do a lot of damage, guys, but the trap is sprung. I'm able to get my Lyrian Reavers into the back of these Warp Lightning Cannons, and yeah, being able to shut that down is going to be invaluable. You can see that I'm getting my Spearmen. I got the Scions of Maflon right here who are going to be up on the approach, and yeah, we're just taking a lot of damage from these Natty Boo Balls, but yeah, we're shutting down that artillery piece, which is really going to make it easier for us. You can see over here my Chariot was able to get a charge in. Right now I'm just using the missile play, but yeah, my Silver Helms are coming in. We're going to get a nice brutal charge right here, same while she's getting a lightning strike into the back of my Lyrian Reavers. Here you can see the Pure Main Company are going to break, and I'm going to have these guys instantly trying to go for the Storm Vermin. I need to shut these guys down, and you can see I'm going to get a really good charge into this artillery piece. I waited until I found an opening in between these two defensive units, and now we're shutting down the second unit. Over here you can see that Tyrion is fighting amongst his troops. He's an absolutely beast. I'm not in really much danger because he doesn't have that many anti-large troops that to be able to deal with it. Over here the Shadow Warriors are getting screened out by these clan rats with shields. That's a huge waste on my part. It's really unfortunate that's happening, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to have another really good lightning storm by MGL right into the back of these Scions of Maflon, and I'm taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. Over here, guys, you can see I am going to pull my Chariot away, who was engaged with these guys, and now we're going to try to get into these big globs of infantry troops. These are the perfect targets, They don't have anti-large, they can't brace for hits, and yeah, it's going to be able to allow us to do a little bit of damage. Over here, you can see the Frostheart Phoenix and Tyrion were doing a lot of damage into Iket Claw, and I was trying to, focus fire those guys, because if I could, get him caught out of position, it will terror rout the most of his army. You can see that we're getting into these nasty Boo Balls with my Silver Helms and my Spear units, guys, but look at the damage. We're able to get Iket Claw caught out of position. You can see that I do use Stand Your Ground, and yeah, we're just shredding this rat on the Doom Wheel, and that's the good thing about him being up on that Doom Wheel. He has a lot larger of a hitbox. But he is going MGL is going to respond with another Warp Lightning Cannon, so she's just shredding through my infantry with those Warp Lightnings. But here comes the Chariot. It's going to come in here and send a lot of rats, Storm Vermin, to their grave, and yeah, that's going to really help me, especially getting that rear penalty. But Tyrion is just constantly staying on Iket Claw, and you can see, guys, we're just quickly melting his damage. Over here, you can see that my Shadow Warriors are still running away from that unit of Clan Rats. And I want to go ahead and slow it down, guys, because I want to show you a surprise unit that I kept in reserve. I kept a full unit of Spearmen right here on purpose in the back, guys. I wanted to have a unit here in the late game, and this is really going to pay off for me here in a little bit when Iket Claw runs over this way. You'll see it. All across the match right here, guys, we have this Warp Lightning Cannon. The MGL is trying to get around the back to man this unit right here. And yeah, we're shutting down the Natty Boo Balls with my Silver Helms. So yeah, I was able to shut down the artillery piece, able to shut down the Natty Boo Balls. So these Silver Helms are really paying for themselves. Meanwhile, these Spearman units are just keeping these two guys busy right here, trying to keep them from, supporting the Natty Boo Balls. And yeah, the White Lions are the Pure Main Company is going to start fighting amongst these Clan Rats. So that's going to really help us. Now that we've broken Iket Claw, guys, you can see that I'm going to have to use my Frostheart Phoenix to try to escort him off the map. That really sucks. I'd rather have my Phoenix Phoenix in here fighting, debuffing the army. But this is such a great opportunity, and you can see Balance of Power is pulling in my favor now that I was able to deal with Iket Claw. We are going to route the Natty Boo Balls here pretty quickly, and yeah, guys, you can see that things are looking really good for us. MGL does have 13 Radogers right here, a full, formed Doom Flayers, and these guys are doing a lot of damage to my spears, and you can see that they are going to start breaking, so Tyrion is going to have to start fighting alone here pretty shortly. Same with over here, the White Lions are fighting amongst these clan rats, but yeah, these Doom Flayers are just in the back doing a lot of damage with their anti-infantry, and that's exactly what they're meant for. Here, Tyrion is just fighting these rat ogres. You can see that he's being a beast. If he stand the ground, you got the spearman here supporting him in the back, guys, and yeah, pretty thematic shot. Over here, you can see that Iket Claw is still running from my Frostheart Phoenix. He's getting ready to get in the woods, which will slow both our movement down. But yeah, guys, I mean, looking at it right now, I don't really have a lot of infantry compared to MGL, but I'm just trying to make use of what I do, using these silver helms, trying to cycle charge and things like that. Unfortunately, MGL is going to man the cannon again. So yeah, I closed my eyes for 1 second, and she was able to get some troops back onto this cannon. And I try to get my White Lions to shut it down, but they instantly break. So this could be really bad for me if it starts shooting into my my Frostheart Phoenix. Over here, she is going to break my Pure Main Company, so now we have this large pocket of Skaven forces. Now, granted, some of them are Skaven slaves and things like that, but yeah, I mean, it could potentially go back to her. You can see we are going to be able to shred these White Lions, though, but yeah, guys, over here you can see that Iket Claw is going to route into my Spearmen, and I'm going to instantly send them to try to attack Iket Claw. That way I could get my Frostheart Phoenix back into the battle. Over here we have some Skaven slaves that look like they were just running to maybe support Iket, but it's just looking really good for me at this point. You can see that these clan rats were able to deal with Ritlier and Reavers, but yeah, guys, my Chariot is still in battle, and you can see that it's just shredding through these Natty Boo Balls. I'm trying to do everything I can to keep them from coming back. So, seeing that my opponent does have all these big globs right here of clan rats and things, I am going to use a fire spell, and I'm going to do it right here in the back, which will really help. I might have missed it, though. I do think it's still going to be coming here shortly, but yeah, guys, look at the damage that I'm doing against those Doom Flayers. You can see that there's just not that much anti-large that could really do a lot of damage to Tyrion, but he is fighting alone. You can see I am going to use that Feign and Repose, which is giving me that melee defense, that physical resistance, and things like that. Now this big glob of clan rats is going to try to converge onto Tyrion, but yeah, the more that she globs up, the more impactful that fire damage is going to be. You can see that I'm going to get my Chariot into this Warp Lightning Cannon. I am able to finally shut it down, and yeah, it's just all across the map here, guys. It's looking really good for us. You can see that Tyrion is going to take advantage of this big glob here pretty shortly. I have a full unit of spears that are coming back from routing, and the Frostheart Phoenix is also, let me slow it down here for a second. The Frostheart Phoenix is also going to be returning into the battle, and you can see that I do have these units right here who are just trying to chase off Iket. He just refused to actually run off the map. Over here, guys, I do get my Frostheart Phoenix into the battle right here, and that's going to really help with the terror. It's going to shut down that artillery piece, and it's going to really help me. So now here in the last part of the battle, guys, you can see that Tyrion is standing alone. I have a lot of reinforcements en route, but yeah, I am going to get my fire damage. Yeah, here it is right here. So seeing all these rats globbed up, Tyrion's going to get his killing hit right there and absolutely just shred through the back of those rats, and that's going to really help me. It's going to cause all these guys to break, and things are going to look really good for us. Same with over here, guys. The Frostheart Phoenix does not have anything really challenging him. We got Spearmen coming back. We have a full unit of spears. We had the Pure Main Company to come deal with the Storm Vermin, and yeah, it's just looking really good for us, guys. You can see that Iket Claw still is not ran off the map. He just refuses to die. But yeah, at this point, guys, it's looking really powerful for us. You can see my Spearmen and my Chariot are going to get in here and deal with these Rat Ogres. My Frostheart Phoenix is fighting amongst these clan rats. And yeah, she just doesn't have enough anti-large to really help. Tyrion has really been a true beast this game, guys, but look at this. MGL is able to get back onto this Warp Lightning Cannon, so she just refuses to die. She's fighting to the bitter end, and yeah, she's going to be able to start shooting. She shoots at the Pure Main Company, does break it, but yeah, I mean, the real threat here is this Frostheart Phoenix, especially if no leadership. It's actually just going to, keep causing terror and keep causing her army to rout. Over here, guys, you can see this new spear unit, full health spear unit is almost into the battle, and once they get there, it's going to be game over, and you can see the Frostheart Phoenix is going to land to support Tyrion, and just watch the leadership just collapse on these guys right here onto this artillery piece. We're just shutting them down. You can see Tyrion is going to come in here now. I was trying to pull him back to get into that artillery piece, but yeah, it's just going to be a terror rout and army losses, and a win for the High Elves. So good game to MGL. That was intense. Go ahead and look at the in-screen breakdown to talk about some of the keys for my success. And yeah, the biggest thing that won it for me, guys, was these 2 Illyrian Reavers and Deep Vanguard right here. So yeah, using the map to my advantage was another key to my success. I used those trees to cover my army. I split them up into 2 different army groups. I used that hill to hide from my Illyrian Reavers. I was able to shut down the artillery and also the Frostart Phoenix, guys. I mean, that thing was just causing damage. It was causing terror. And yeah, Tyrion, obviously, with his flame attacks, I was able to get some really good damage. Whenever you see the rats glob up like that, that's what that spell's used for, guys. The Pure Main Company did really good against the Storm Vermin, but these Chariot and Silver Helms really paid for themselves as too, guys. Those Silver Helms, you saw, I was able to get around her defenses and get into that artillery piece. Same with the Chariot, I was able to shoot from afar, and I was able to get some charges in when it counted. And even my Shadow Warriors here got 120 kills, even though they were shooting at clan rats most of the game. But yeah, I think it really came down to, guys, those 2 Illyrian Reavers and Deep Vanguard. If I wouldn't have shut down those 2 warp lightning cannons, she would have just melted my Phoenix, and that would have been game. So as for MGL's army here, really good army, really powerful, lots of numbers. Iket Claw 55. On that Doom Wheel, it's powerful, but you're also going to be a bigger target. It's going to be a lot easier to hit you, so it's kind of a trade-off. And yeah, the Doom Flayers right here. I haven't played with them personally yet, so I don't really know how they feel. But they seem to have been doing their job against the White Lions. So, all right, guys, it's Atticus. This is the second time I've casted this same video. Hopefully, the microphone works on this one, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye bye.